What's going on, YouTube? My name is GT, and if you're new to this channel, we provide meaningful information around fitness and finance through interesting conversations like the one we're going to have today. Let's get right into this. I got a lot to talk about, and there is a lot of really important information going to come on this video. Be sure to listen all the way to the end. So, of course, our beloved XRP has been rising for a while, and then suddenly it has found its way coming back down. But if you watch my previous video that I'm going to leave right here, we talked about the fact that we might be in the middle of a fake out with Bitcoin's price not fully correcting back to 30%. But on this video today, I'm going to show you that what is happening with XRP is actually predictable. And I'm going to tell you today what is the specific date I see that XRP is going to run up, and no, it is not on January 20th in the inauguration. So let's get right into it. So if you haven't been watching the videos, there's been a lot of information we've been providing about XRP. A lot of people are investing into the crypto, seeing the run up. We called it back in the day when it was 50 cents that it was a buy. From there, it ran all the way up to $2.80, and then it has worked its way down a little bit, but it's still sitting on some support, and it looks ready to make another run up. In our previous videos, we talked about that in this year, we're predicting that XRP will get to at least $3.80 as the first touch point. And then ultimately, at some point this year, we believe it is going to touch $5. But it's not a straight line, and that's the point of this video. XRP is pulling back just as the rest of crypto is. And so we need to get into the why. Why is crypto pulling back? For two reasons and two reasons only. Number one is there is the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's also known as the word FUD. There's a lot of uncertainty about what we are about to get into in a couple of weeks when President-elect Donald Trump takes the office. They're talking about Greenland. They're talking about changing the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. They're talking about buying Canada. They're talking about nuclear explosives. There's a lot going on in one swoop with the new president coming into the mix. And a lot of people are saying, I'm going to stay on the sideline. I want to see what this guy is going to be all about coming into the office. So for that, a lot of volume has been taken off of the market in the stock market and crypto. And because of that, we're seeing what's called consolidation right now in the price action. And then that's also pulling out and bringing the price action down for everything, stocks and crypto beyond. Now, the second reason is the 10-year yield. If you don't know what's going on with the bond yields on the back end, you really need to take some time and do some research on the bond yield. The yields is everything. If you're trying to buy a house this year and are interested in buying a house, you need to be watching the 10-year US 10-year yield and seeing what's happening with the price action. Currently, right now, it's sitting at about 5%. And to put it to you in layman's terms, to make it very easy in a way you can understand, the higher the 10-year yield, the more expensive is the interest that comes with the loans that we buy over the long period of time. So if you're trying to buy a house, trying to get a business loan and beyond, the higher those yields go, the higher the rate's going to be, because that is an indication of inflation. So everyone is watching right now the uncertainty with President-elect Donald Trump, and everybody's got their eye on the 10-year yield. However, I'm here to tell you today that the XRP chart is telling us predictably what is about to happen, and specifically when I predict, although it's not financial advice, when I predict we are going to see the rebound upward for XRP. Let's go right into the chart. So as you can see on this chart, which is very fascinating, it is a whole lot of little lines on the chart. And so some folks are probably wondering, what is all this? Each of these little lines and these dashes on this chart represents 1 hour on the trading chart for XRP, okay? And this is in the period of time between early September all the way through the beginning-ish of December. What I want to point your attention to is between this area right here, which is about the 29th of September, and then what ended up happening here somewhere around the middle-ish of November. XRP was sitting on a channel similar to what we are seeing today, where there was a lot of uncertainty at the time, and there was unpredictability as to what is going to happen next within the United States. Of course, at that time, we were going through the election, so price action was very low, sort of drifting down as we were trying to get confirmation of what was going on. But as you can see right here on the chart, we can see that on November 12th, XRP finally had full conviction as to what it wanted to do next, and then it went on a violent bull run for the next 3 weeks and made a new all-time high locally for 52 weeks. Now, that period of time took more or less about 45 days. Now, if you don't believe me, let's take a quick station break. I got a question from my friend. Hey Siri. How many days are between September 29 and November 12th?
It's 45 days.
Much appreciated. So what am I trying to say with this? What I'm trying to say is that what the charts are telling us now, what I'm going to show you in part 2 is that if we can see where the consolidation began since we hit our all-time high early December, we can have a barometer as to when the next run up for XRP is going to begin. So let's go into part 2 of the charts. Okay, so if we're looking at the chart here, now this one is telling an interesting story here. 2 things I want to put of note here for you guys for Education 101 for financial literacy. The blue lines on there are drawn by me. That represents the buy zone I have been preaching over the last 3 videos for all of us to know when is a good time, although it's not financial advice, when is a good time we say to buy XRP. That is between the zone of $1.90 and $2.20. So the top blue line represents the line for $2.20. The bottom blue line represents a line for $1.90. As you can see, as the lines on the chart go up and down, when it falls down into that zone between $1.90 and $2.20, it doesn't break under and it bounces back up. And so as long as it stays within that blue zone, if it pulls back, even now in XRP, it is still a good time to buy. Now, what's interesting when I looked at the previous chart about November 12th and September 29th, that 45-day window, is that the election was on Tuesday, November 5th. Okay, so XRP did not move after the election. The election happened. It was Donald Trump declared the winner. And yet there was still a period of time it continued to consolidate for 1 week. And then XRP made its convicted move upwards to making the new 52-week high. What I'm ultimately trying to conclude is that based off of the charts indicated here, although the chart started in the beginning of December-ish of 2024, our prediction is that on Monday, January 27, although it's not financial advice, we believe that will be the time that XRP will start its bullish move upward to making the new all-time high and will work its way getting to $3.80. So as long as it stays within the buy zone of $1.90 and $2.20 and it doesn't break under $1.90, anytime it's in that zone over the next few weeks, I would be aggressively accumulating and waiting for the consolidation to complete leading up to January 27. What the only thing we don't want to see is that something unforeseen happens in the inauguration. And as long as there are no surprises in the inauguration, we won't see price action necessarily happen right away, just like the election. But a week later, we will see XRP make its convicted move upwards. If you have any questions on this, we definitely would like to hear from you. Comment below your opinion. Maybe you think otherwise. I would love to know your feedback on that one. Be sure to like this video, share this with somebody who's trying to make some life gains right now through XRP and the money opportunities that are in front of them. And we'll see you on the next one.